guys think that if there were a diabolical hand manipulating the food supply and genetically modifying everything, don't you fucking think that they would go out of their way to pollute the health food on the market due to the fact that they know that people who want to get healthy are powerful people? So what a greater tool to use health food as a weapon, because the system knows that people who want to get healthy are powerful people. They want to take their power back. So you bet your ass they're polluting all the vitamin supplements, putting all sorts of crazy shit in all the different herbal supplements and all this other stuff that's on the market. You have to remember that at the typical store, only a handful of companies are responsible for owning everything in the store. And if you knew anything about these companies, you wouldn't want to touch their health food products with a 150-foot pole. But due to the fact that these 5 companies have made multiple companies, it made it seem like they're all on their own and they're not part of the small handful of companies that control things. You think that because it says green juice or green powder or longevity powder, all this other stuff, you take what's on the label at face value due to your Disney programming, your childhood programming. I'm not trying to sound rude, that's just the way it is. Everyone's looking for like a magic bottle or magic this, magic that. But don't you think? I know if I wanted to control an entire population of people through the food supply, if I wanted to diminish their power, you bet your ass I'd be putting more poisons in the health food than in the non-healthy food. So that by default, these foods act as a Trojan horse. So you eat them thinking that, oh, it's healthy, not knowing that they've been deliberately poisoned and have their genetics manipulated, so that by when you consume them, you receive that bogus, non-nourishing information from a genetically modified orange or whatever the fuck else it is out here. Even the organic food, I've said it once, I'll say it again, is bullshit. The organic fruits and vegetables are being watered with water that you wouldn't want to feed yourself, let alone your pets. It's like, come on. The plants pick up everything in the soil, the plants pick up everything in the water, and they're feeding the plants sodium fluoridated water with chloramine compounds, different disinfectant byproducts, all sorts of crazy shit. So again, that's great that people think that they're on this health kick. Oh, I'm healthy, man. Oh, yeah. No, you're not. And to see all the ego around people who think that they're getting healthy because they eat more fruits and vegetables. I mean, the vegan current, it's very easy to create delusions of grandeur while living on this diet. Because all of a sudden you think you're like an avatar person because you eat genetically modified and bastardized organic fruits and vegetables from the stores that you know nothing about. You are not an avatar, you are not a hunter-gatherer, and you are weak compared to your ancestors. Weak. I don't think the average person could last a week on his or her own without all their gadgets and their iPhone that washes their ass and all the other shit that they need. They just don't. Most of the people that I know, they have to rely upon man-made devices to even make their foods that they eat palatable. So most people have to cook their food to make it even palatable to their malnourished, desensitized senses. So I mean, what would happen if all of a sudden tomorrow you woke up and you were out in the Sahara and you didn't have your fucking stove and your microwave and all your little prepackaged meals? What would you do? Personally, while living in this matrix, I like to live like that. I like to, even though there's options everywhere, I like to live life from a standpoint of survival. So even though I could go out and buy all this shit at the stores and just have all this I could have an extravagant life, Jesus Christ, filled with all these meals and all this other bullshit. I don't want to live like that. I would rather live in a world of overabundance and consume less, because in my opinion, based on my own experiments, research, trial and error, etc., stuttering, less is more, man. The less that you need to get through this dimension, the better. I mean, are you going to take all your pancakes and your waffles with you to the next dimension? So we really need to question the things that we're clinging to, and really study and meditate on our muscle memory, because our muscle memory has us engaged in things that are our muscle memory algorithms have become our lives. So that's why yoga is so essential, yoga and prayer, because you can retrain your muscle memory to act in a different manner. But my battery is about to cut short. On behalf of this channel and on behalf of planetary enlightenment, God damn it, peace be with you.